Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sunless Seas. In the last episode we dropped off some logs here at Rosegate and did a few other bits and bobs, and we're on our way to the Empire of Hands. But I have been informed that I should just keep clicking the creation of a cigar, and we shall, in fact, maybe complete this quest that we started possibly 6 months ago. The crotchety tobacconist has a dream to create a cigar that can be smoked underwater, and with your help, it might come true. Okay. Ooh. We can help prepare the luscious flavour. The crocodile tobacconist grins at his reflection in the display cases. I've got one of those mushrooms. What do you call them? A blend? Burnig? Oh, solid. I've got one in a jar, but first I'll need to care about poetry. Can you bring it around? A blemigan? Are we about to kill a blemigan? I draw a line here, my dear fellow. You spend hours reciting the popular Z ballads of love in Wolfstack taverns, love beneath the decks, and love in the far-flung ports. Eventually, the crocodile tobacconist stops by to see your progress. He takes your poem from his pocket and presses it against the jar. The blemigan bangs pitifully against the glass. Listen, the tobacconist cries, clapping you on the back. Hear that tapping? It's correcting your meter. He cackles, smoke curling upwards from his lips. Well done, my lady. Wonderful. Oh no, now we harvest the flavour. That mushroom is at work upstairs, editing your poetry. The crocodile tobacconist looks meaningfully at the razor left open on the counter. Shall we? The poor blemigan. Can we carve up a blemigan? I feel like after our quest to spread blemigan kind across the Neath, that this is a betrayal most foul. The blemigan has used half a pot of red ink editing your poetry. It's so absorbed in criticism, it is unaware of you and the tobacconist. No, we can carve it up. Don't disturb it, the tobacconist whispers. Just take your knife and... Or we can refuse to assist. You won't kill a blemigan while it's editing poetry. You just won't. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to refuse. You pass the knife back to the crotchety tobacconist, who frowns sharply. He raises the blade and takes a step towards the blemigan. A floorboard creaks underneath him, and the blemigan turns around. The tobacconist lunges towards it and drives the knife through its cap. He stabs it again and again. By the end, his hands are stained red and purple. Damn this isn't the quality we need, he says and sighs. Let me be, my lady. Let me have a moment alone. Maybe if you didn't, stab at it like a crazed man, it wouldn't have gone so badly. And now we can help prepare the bitter flavour. The dogged apprentice has set out paper and pen. I had an idea, my lady. Could I trouble you to write something cruel? Something to leave the reader speechless? I suppose it's an art in its own right, he says. Crafting an unkindness is still... Dear God! What did you just write? He snatches the page away and reads. He covers his mouth and whispers through his fingers. Everything I tried writing was just a blunt cruelty, but that's a razor to the soul. His eyebrows raise, delighted. This will finish it off well. Thank you. Oh, so we're just really good at saying nasty things, huh? Doesn't surprise me. Okay, we can harvest the bitter flavour. The dogged apprentice preens against the hearth, blazing at the back of the shop. We've only got one last thing left to do, my lady, before our flavour is complete. Let's go and have a laugh. How back can this go? In the back of the workshop is a small cage surrounded by skulls. Inside, a once talkative Rattus Faber sits in a bedding of cruel phrases. We need to overwhelm it with bitterness, the apprentice says. Then we harvest it. So we can sneer coldly at it. It's not so talkative now, is it? Its old friends would thank you for making it less annoying, even if it is still ugly. Pretend to weep? Boo-hoo, the poor, poor thing, all locked up and all alone. Just look at the pitiful thing. And laugh. Or we can refuse to assist. What do we want to do? Sneer coldly or pretend to weep? I think I'm drawn towards the pretend to weep option. As you speak, the once talkative Rattus Faber does not stir. Only after you've finished does it gaze at you through the bars and shake its head slowly. The dogged apprentice lays his hand on your shoulder and squeezes it triumphantly. We've got it now. That's as much bitterness and contempt as it can hold. I'll remove the gallbladder in a moment. The master will be so pleased to have this ingredient. What is this cigar made out of? It's all the spare bits of everything, isn't it? Right, the creation of a cigar. Is it time? I think it's time. The flavours have been gathered. Now what must be done? The shop will close temporarily once you proceed? Oh no. The crotchety tobacconist blows a small ring around your head and smiles. Quite right. I think it's time we finish this. I'll begin my preparations. There is no one on the shop floor today, but you can hear the tobacconist in the workshop above. Come up! What's the tobacconist shouting about now? We're done gathering flavours, my lady, he shouts as you ascend. We'll make do with what we have. Let's finish it. The dogged apprentice is straining against the cords holding him flat to the workbench. His wrists are raw and bleeding. The tobacconist looms over him, sharpening a scalpel. Excellent. Now that you're here, my lady, we can start. I'll just need a donation from the boy, and we'll have the last component. Could you help keep him still? Oh, excuse... What is happening? What's happening here? I feel like I missed this part of the fine print. Why is the apprentice tied to a table? So we can help him get to work. Put your hands on the boy's shoulders and press. Force him still. We can offer ourselves in place of the apprentice. The apprentice doesn't seem to have chosen this for himself. Let the tobacconist use you instead. Increase your wounds and reduce your hearts by 5. That seems like a terrible idea. Suggest the tobacconist use himself. If he's so desperate to finish his cigar, he can use his own bloody skin. Oh, is that what we need? We need skin. Wonderful. I'm just going to roll with this on the grounds that how bad can it be? The dogged apprentice screws shut his eyes as the crotchety tobacconist outlines the corners of a box into his flesh. At the tobacconist's instruction, you firmly place your hands on the corners, holding taut the skin between the lines. The crotchety tobacconist swiftly draws his scalpel across the apprentice's flesh. The blade cuts easily, snagging only once or twice. Whenever it does, the tobacconist readjusts the edge and gives it a sharp pull, slicing through the obstruction. The apprentice pleads, but his screams go unheeded. Your hands and the tobacconist's grow bloody as you pinch and pull that patch of the apprentice's flesh. And when the screams become distracting, the tobacconist blows heavy smoke into his face. The apprentice's eyes flutter shut. The tobacconist grins and peels clean the skin he requires. And as he tends to the wrapping of the cigar, he oversees your preparations of a small tub of water. We're going to test our beauty here. We're going to test our beauty there. So, in order to make an underwater cigar, you required human flesh, huh? And why didn't you knock him out at the start of the procedure? That was just unnecessary cruelty. The crotchety tobacconist kneels beside the tub, holding his latest creation. He is still utterly focused, but the glint of a tear running down his cheek belies his composed posture. It has to work, he mutters. It has to work this time. The time has come. The cigar is in hand. He must test it. The crotchety tobacconist lowers the cigar into the water with shaking hands. He fumbles in his breast pocket for a cylinder of never-cold brass. It slips into the water with a hiss. Fishing it out, he holds it to the tip of the submerged cigar. The end starts to throb with a dull glow. "My God!" he cries. "It works!" He lowers his face into the water and draws on the cigar. He sits up, holding the smoke in. His eyes are closed. His expression is one of rapture. It feels like a long time before he speaks. It burns with hate. At one moment, it has the rawness of brimstone, but this is tempered with such sweetness, like a Viennese greenhouse. And one reveals in the taste. And this is united in a body of warm blood. Oh, my lady, we've done it. Good Lord, look at all this stuff. We gained 25 Z stories. We gained 20 tales of terror. We gained 20 visions of the surface. We lost 40 hunger, not sure why that happened. We lost 26 terror, there goes all our terror. We gained 50 fragments and 1 extraordinary implication. And we have 8 secrets. I really should use those because I'm starting to think I can't have higher than 8. And I keep forgetting. And you've aided the crotchety tobacconist in creating the underwater cigar. Ooh. It is a last request. A suitcase sits in front of the shop counter. 1 or 2 errant socks hang from the seams. It's time for the work to truly begin, the crotchety tobacconist says. Arrangements for Rosegate have already arrived, all settled. Could I just trouble you to take me from here? He blows a ring before glancing at his apprentice, sitting in the other corner of the counter. He corrects himself. Take us? The crotchety tobacconist strides into your submarine, humming a jaunty tune. To the Iron Republic, he cries before resuming his song. The dogged apprentice is slower to board, but he all but shuffles to you. The Grand Geode, he whispers before entering your vessel and leaving Rosegate to the dark. Right, so we have to take the crotchety tobacconist to the Iron Republic and the dogged apprentice to the Grand Geode. That's going to be quite a little bit of a journey there. We lost all of our flavours. But I do believe that's the next part of the quest. Okay, so before we leave this place, I mean, the Iron Republic and the Grand Geode are really close. I'm kind of tempted to just go and do those right now. How much fuel do we have? Yeah, we're gonna go and do that. Let's. I'm detouring this episode. As I always do. I shouldn't really be surprised at this point. I don't think I ever actually do what I set out to do in episodes. That's part of the charm. Part of the fun. On the plus side, I've finally started feeling like a human being again. Kind of. I'm really tired. I had last week, I had the damn vaccine. The second jab for the vaccine. It's knocked me on my ass again. It's like it's completely unfair. I'm taking this vaccine to stop myself getting dead. You could at least not make me feel like crap while I'm sitting here. But hopefully in the next couple of days I'm going to start feeling fine again. I'm just really tired. Oh, and it's really warm again. So, you know, if I've got all the things to moan about, I've got the full trifecta today. It's too warm, I'm tired, and I'm just generally really having a lot of fun. Yes. Oh, I can hear the Iron Republic music. It's just really quiet. That might be my my own headphones being really quiet. Let's go up. We were just here. There it is. I wonder if we're going to be able to get close to the Grand Geode. I say this because I don't think they like us very much. Oh wait, no, they love us, don't they? Whoops. Yeah, that was my bad. I didn't mean to do that. Parting with the crotchety tobacconist, here we go. He breathes in deeply and nods his approval. If I could wrap this place into a cigar, I'd be rich. The crotchety tobacconist shakes your hand vigorously. I owe you my gratitude. This will be a fine place for us to produce more of those underwater beauties. By this time next year, should have the entire Z burning. He extracts a cigar from his seemingly bottomless case. He pauses before lighting it. Thank you again, my friend. You now have one supremacy to the Arcanists? Anarchists? Arcanists? What am I reading? Anarchists. Uh-oh. Lo thy dread empire, chaos is restored. Light dies before thy uncreating world. Who are they? Because they're not the sun people, are they? Who bloody hell are the anarchists? Oh well. Let's go. Oh, is this going to strengthen the other people if I drop him off? Well, one way to find out. We like to live dangerously here. Yeah, we have got to watch out for the potential Grand Geode police force that likes to stay in the waters around here. Hopefully it'll be okay. What's my terror? Oh, why do I just lost all my terror, didn't I, when I smoked that damnable cursed cigar. Wish I could buy some off him though. Wouldn't that be useful? I could just take a puff on a cigar and lose all of my terror. Right, here we go. This is the Grand Geode, I think. Or is this just above the Grand Geode? No, this is just... What is this? Castle Clare? I've never seen that before in my life. A random magma flow. Right, look, it doesn't look like there's anyone here, so I think we can just sneak in. Usually there's a ship around here somewhere. Some sort of beetle has invaded your morsel of ship's biscuit. It waggles its antennae. Did we just eat it or did we extract it from our biscuit? Okay, the Grand Geode. Here we go. Parting with the dogged apprentice. He stands on the deck, staring at the glittering geode beyond the Royal Marines. His lips twitch. He has something to say. The apprentice's voice catches in his throat when he tries to speak. Finally, he takes a deep breath and manages to whisper, "You'll make thousands more, just like the first one." He turns to you. Beads of sweat have gathered at his temples. I wanted to defy the laws of nature, but not like that. And now the Z will burn. The dogged apprentice dabs his forehead with a handkerchief and brushes past you to join the bright-eyed people of the Grand Geode. Good, it didn't buff the Grand Geode, because that would have been catastrophic. I can pour a pour while I'm here. We don't want them to be friendly. Oh, purchase an element of dawn. He supplies, good lord. Ask the Commodore for a defense against sunlight for Astaval. He smiles warmly. Of course, he says. We'll need our usual consideration to do the work, and it won't be easy. We'll need a Gantt source from near the Shellonet, and a particular insight. A very, very particular insight. What is this? Dawn's Law. The figurehead of the Eater of Names. And a dread surmise. The Gantt source can be obtained from the Eater of Names near the Shellonet. A dread surmise can be assembled by the alarming scholar for 7 searing enigmas. I don't think we have 7 searing. No, we have 2. I feel like that would bolster our sunlight running regime quite a lot, all things considered. Right, how long do I have here? I have like 10 minutes. So let's see if we can get to the Empire of Hands from here. We'll stop off at the Melting Islands to lower our terror slightly. Oh, a consideration I was forced to appeal. I was going to get the cargo ship as an upgrade. And then someone reminded me that my crew size would be like twice the size and I'm going to eat through twice as much food. But that's going to be harder to maintain. Especially with our engine that's using tons and tons of fuel. It's like, good lord. We're just horrendously inefficient. I need to increase the efficiency. But then we do go very fast. You know, it swings and roundabouts. We do tend to get where we need to go. Not that I know where I am right now. Where am I? Oh, there I am. I thought I was further in than I was. I could stop off. Is this Port Carnelian? No. Yes. I could stop off at Port Carnelian to pick up a poor report. I mean, we're going right past the dock. I'd be remiss if I didn't. I finally did the governorship of Port Carnelian in Fallen London. It took me so long, but I finally done it. Let's get... I can also pan for sapphires while I'm in. Wait a minute, how do I get a bloody poor report? I've forgotten. Oh, let's pan for sapphires. Oh, 30 echoes, that'd be not bad. Oh, we have to call at one of the houses, don't we? That's what it is. Let's call at the room above the bookshop. And that's the retired Carnot Spy. There we go, my... this. Ah, delicious. Wonderful, I just had a sherry for no apparent reason. Let's go. Frying Heights. I could stop at Adam's Way, but I think I need a recent news to go there. I think I actually have a mission for Adam's Way, and I've just kind of forgotten about it. There's so many things I've forgotten about. Because we still have stuff for the Claddery Air, and I'm pretty sure that was something to do with Adam's Way. Because there was her ship. I was trying to get the Claddery Air's ship, wasn't I? I kind of just forgot about it. Oh, there's a fog bank. Of course there's a fog bank. Why wouldn't there be? Would you mind getting out of the way? I could go underwater. Alright. You forced my hand, fog bank. Plus there's some of those horrible blue birds, and we've had some history with those. So we're just gonna, you know, sneak under the waves here. I think I should just be able to go straight forward. Well, fuel, 8 food. We're doing okay. Chances of us coming across pirates under here is kind of low. In fact, now I think about it, I don't really find that many pirates down south. Most of the pirates seem to be in, like, the middle of the map. It just pop up. I don't know what it is. Did I check it out? I don't want to waste fuel. Because although it's gonna... I've got a lot of fuel, it's gonna be close. I also feel like I have souls on board. Do I? Do I? I normally do. I've got so used to it now. No, I don't think I do. I do have a tomb colonist I need to drop off though. Whoops. Who are you? Wreck ship? No. Unsure what this is. Some sort of bone. A crab carcass. A rigid claw rises from the seabed. A colossal crab lies half buried in the sand. It is only recently dead. Succulent flesh nestled in its brittle shell. 52%. Go for it. Sharpen the flensing knives. Whoops. You lead a small complement of your crew into the gloom. You work swiftly, shattering the claw and twisting the white meat from underneath. As your crew set to the shell with hammers, one crewman raps out an alarm. The exposed flesh squirms. It explodes with worms. They curl about the crewman. The flesh carcass joins the old. Oh, well, you know, bye Terry, it's fine, don't worry. One less mouth to feed? I don't know, I think I'm supposed to be torn up about this, but I'm sure we can hire somebody. Kinda wish I could name my crew, I'd feel more connected to them. For now it's just like, anonymous crew member number 11 just got eaten by worms. Well, we're well on our way. We're going to stop off the Melting Isles to lower my terror. May as well while we're there. We need to surface yet? Not yet. I was kind of hoping we come across some more interesting things, but somehow I don't think we're going to. We're basically at the Melting Isle, so I'm gonna go back up above now. Here we go. Nice little light ship. That's got to be a crap job. A light ship all the way from like, oh, good lord. I think I've ever docked with it. I wonder if it's got anything different on it than the other one. A light ship. Now we can just purchase fuel and speak to the crew. It's the same as the other one. I wondered if, because it was so far away, it would be a unique experience, but no. Apparently not. Right, the Melting Isles is up here. Gonna go have a party with a bunch of old scholars, because, you know, nobody knows how to party like a bunch of old scholars. They are all old. They're all old. Are they all old? I swear that the story of this place is that they're all old, but I haven't actually explored this place very well. Because I accidentally went in there last time and used supplies when I didn't want to. The Mangrove College. Alright, dock. We can pick up a passenger. Where do you want to go? Port Cecil. Alright, we can do that. We got another reason to go to Port Cecil, I believe. We can eat, drink, and be merry. There goes 10 of our terror. And compile a port report while we're here. Why not? And we gain 1 supplies for that. Okay. And then from here, it's a short jaunt to the Empire of Hands. And we should be able to hand in this hydrogen. And I'll probably end the episode right there. I think we managed to achieve quite a lot. Oh, I hiccuped. Good lord. That came out of nowhere. Yeah, we finally finished the cigar. I mean, I expected something a little bit more, but we did get lots of resources for it. I also need to bloody upgrade my skills. I'm going to have to do that at some point. I may do that at the start of the next episode. What to put it in, though? I mean, mirrors and irons is probably the best place to go. I would like to round out my my hearts to 70, but you know, I keep losing hearts every now and again because I'm eating weird things or getting cut up. We could always stop off at Astaval as well if we wanted to, you know, make some money. Just north of here, you see. You always try and get the sunlight, and we could sell it at the Isle of Cats. So we wouldn't risk getting. We would sell the box at the same time at the Isle of Cats, I believe. Or there's a percentage chance you sell the box. I can't remember. I think it's a percentage chance. So it's safer. I think you get more money, but there's a chance you lose the box, which eats into your profits a ton. But if we could get that on our side, it'd make quite a bit of money. Because I would quite like to buy the frigate. Because having a big boat is always fun. Right. Port Stanton. The Zeppelin. Deliver hydrogen to the Zeppelin straight from the Iron Republic. With hydrogen to fill the Zeppelin, the fuel required to power it will go so much further. As indeed will the Zeppelin once it has been completed. The Overseer pays you for your delivery fee. How much money did we make? 5 drowning pearls. Well, I suppose technically we did all that. We did all the other work, didn't we? So now all that's left is Well, they need supplies. Or we can try and poison the cannibals if we get the unaccountably peckish perk. But that's something for us to worry about in the next episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. And as always, I'll see you next time.